Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. We're back with the UV resin today, back with making some easy to start. I think there might be a creak every now and again because each time I lean in towards the table my top creaks, so if there is a creak that's what it is. If not, you can ignore what I just said. Some little easy to start with pendants slash key rings, whatever you fancy. They'll work either way just as well. So I'm coming back to the nail varnish. I'm coming back to these cheap nail varnishes and being super patient and letting them dry completely before I put any resin on top of them. I've also got a lovely little, this was a charm. I have a bag of mixed Tibetan charms and I've just clipped the charm piece off because I want that to be my little insert. And because it's a little peace sign, I was hoping anyway, the plan for the day is clear resin bottom, drop a couple of these on, swirl it around a little touch after the bottom has cured, of course. Leave that aside to dry and completely forget about it until these are 100% dry. Then, do I pop that in? I might pop that in while they're wet so that can start to adhere. Otherwise, I run the risk of when I put it in and then I seal with the top coat, it might float to the top. It might not because it's metal, but it's also very thin and flat, so it might also just want to come up slowly. So I think that's what we'll do as well. So let's first of all get this one par filled halfway with clear resin. Perhaps a little under halfway. Give us a little wiggle room with the nail varnish. Let's just get our trusty cocktail stick, make sure it has gone right in those edges. I think it has. It looks like it has. Doesn't look like it's pulling away from any of them. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think it has gone everywhere that it needs to go. Torching those bubbles. There's only a couple. Well, we still want them gone all the same. I think we're bubble free. I don't see any. Okay, so we're going to let that cure. When we come back, nail varnish time. And then we're going to totally forget about it until it's 100% dry. Okay, we are fully cured and dry and super shiny. So let's give these a shake first, actually, because they've been sat around. And just lob it on a little bit. trusty cocktail stick. Let's just okay. Let's try and get this. Best place to try and pick it up for. I think this is going to be tricky. Yeah. Right. I am going to put that in the front room so I can forget about it and not get tempted to come in here and start splodging and creating a mess. And when it's dry, I'll give it a top coat of that, nuke it with that, nuke it, cure it with a light, and then we'll see what we got. Okay, I was really patient. I allowed this to dry completely and utterly before applying the top coat. It's been cured, so let's have a look. Coming out absolutely fine. These gloves, I need to get the next size down. I've usually got small. It shows you how small my hands are. These are medium and they're not meant to do that. The small are just about right. So enough glove talk. Look at that. It has worked. How beautiful is that? That has come out so cool. The nail varnish works a treat. And I'm glad that it managed to sink through so you can see it both sides. So it's not like, it's not got a semi-translucent layer of colour. And that's so clear. And it looks pretty bubble free. Yeah, I don't think there's no edge bubbles. Yeah, that might be our best one yet. How cool. So a little bit of nail varnish, and those Tibetan silver charms you can pick up by the bagful on eBay for like a couple of quid. So that's what I did one day. I just got a random bag, picked out some that I would use. There's a load that I wouldn't use for myself personally. But for projects like this, how cool is that? Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's come out. And there's little to no. We must have filled this one just right. Because some of them, like, is it this one? Is it an earlier one? That one's not too bad. Actually, most of all the recent ones that I'm touching are filled really well. This one has got, I don't know if we can get it, a slight edge, which is going to be easy as pie to file down, where it wasn't quite filled enough, so it shrunk in just a little bit. But this one, that is smooth as. So pleased. Opened up even more options now, and patience is key. And it hasn't rippled, so you know it was completely and utterly dry. There's no ripple in there whatsoever. That is smooth as. And those colours are really nice. But those, what are they like? I think 59p, those nail varnishes. What a steal. And we're going to be able to get so much out of them because I've barely touched them. I've done a couple of dabbling projects with them. And they're pretty full. So we're going to get a lot out of them. That is a good result. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little experiment, this successful experiment in pretty much every way. Successful with the nail varnish, successful with the clarity, successful with a bubble-free result. So yeah, as far as the UV resin goes, I think this is our most, from off the top of my head anyway, our most successful result yet. So thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope it's given you some ideas. If you have any ideas of things you'd like to see me try in the UV resin or epoxy resin context, then do pop them in the comments. And on that note, like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.